This weekend, the sounds of Piedmont blues will fill LeBauer Park in downtown Greensboro as the Carolina Blues Festival kicks off on Saturday. One of the featured performers is Little Pink Anderson. He will take the stage. Now, his career spans decades, and it started with him tap dancing with his father, Pink Anderson, when he was only 3 years old. We caught up with him today before he hits the stage on Saturday to get his perspective of the blues, and he says it's more about the stories than the notes on the page.
The blues isn't music. The blues is the experience of a culture. It's an experience of what people express through music. You know, that's where all the conflict comes in today. Blues is black, the blues is white, the blues is whatever. The blues is actually cultural, but it's not the music. Anybody can play the 12 note into 12 bars or whatever. Anybody can do that. Not anybody carries the experiences of the blues. Now, when you go back, you can go back to Muddy, you can go back to BB, you can go back to anybody that you consider great. And there's a difference between a blues player and a blues man.
And you can hear Little Pink Anderson this Saturday at the Carolina Blues Festival's gates at LeBauer Park open at 1:30. The music starts at 2. It all closes down at 11. There are 8 acts, lots of food and drink vendors, and you can get your tickets at piedmontblues.org. I love what he said. He said there's a difference between somebody that just plays the blues and somebody that's a blues man, somebody that lives it, that has stories that go back. He talked about back in his day when he was with his dad, he said, I was just a little kid, we'd play for $5. And he said, and sometimes people would pay us $2 or $3. And you just have to accept it and move on. He said it was a different time. So those stories of survival back then, especially as a musician, really hard. And it's just great. He tells stories about himself and his dad.
As he said, it's a culture, it's an identity, it's a history even, and it's so much deeper than the words on the pages. So I love how he describes that. Because as we were saying yesterday, you know, a lot of young folks think, oh, the blues, but it really is that deep-rooted history there.
And it is not, you know, he said, yes, it's closely tied with black culture, but it is everyone, like all types of music have some sort of a root
from
in
it,
blues.
and like we said, rock and roll.
Even country. I mean, country and Western has a deep connection with blues.
And when it comes to words on the page, I've always been so impressed by people who were able to write songs.
I know.
Yes.
And I've always wondered whether that's something that you can learn or if you're just gifted with it.
I think it's a combination of the
do
two,
too.
but I think some people just have a gift for it, because you have some people who write songs for all the stars out there, and they might not be the one in the front, but they know how to sell a record that's a hit, and I think that takes a special skill.
It really is a special, I think, you know, a lot of people that write really good ballads and that type of thing have gone through hardships. I mean, that's how they get that out, is by writing it, and then it takes a good music person to come in and make it sing. So.
I always like to, when I see like some of those good songwriters who say, you know what, I'm sick of giving all the credit to the person who performs this. I'm going to start performing
Yeah,
this.
and that you see that a lot, like Neo.
Yeah.
He's written a lot of songs for people, and Carrie Hilson, a lot of people in the game.
They're like, you know what, let's just do it ourselves.
Yeah.